Try to relax your anus. 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 Try to relax your anus.
Ooh, yeah.
Try to relax your anus.
Can I taste your nuts? Can I taste your nuts? Can I taste your nuts?
Hung fu my fucking ass. 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 Cucumbers. 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 Cucumbers.
Try to relax your anus.
Well, thank you. My anus is nice and relaxed.
Try to relax your anus.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Philip Burnell is a man, in case you were wondering. Shut up, birds. Shut the fuck up.
Try to relax your anus.
How is everyone today? So yes, today is the day of the giveaway. To enter, like I said, you just had to leave a comment and be a subscriber. Under yesterday's stream, it was that simple. There was no pay to win wall. Everything I asked or requested was free. And I'm going to show you right now. You can't get any more random than what I'm doing. So it is not rigged. I don't even have a fucking clue who's going to win right now. I'm using Two Buddies randomizer, and it's going to pop up with two names. And what's going to have to happen is just make sure you have a contact email on your YouTube channel, and I'm going to have my email that's on here in my about section. If you get an email from there, so you could give me your information, then you'll have a week to respond to the email I'll send that you have on your YouTube channel. So anyway, let's do this. Should put on some Oblivion music for it. I don't know why. Fuck birds. And you're going to see I can't be any more fair and random than this. Let me just shrink my... So here is more Chris documentary. That was the one from yesterday, April 4th. Yes. I'm going to TubeBuddy, which kind of sounds like a porn, but that's okay. And you go to miscellaneous, and then you hit... No, not thumbnail. Pick a winner. Pick a winner. I go to pick a winner. This is going to get loud in a second, so I'm going to stop it. And choose from all comments. I said it didn't have to have anything special. You could literally tell me to go fuck myself, and you could still win a Switch OLED. Because that's the kind of guy I am. So here you go. This is it. As you're seeing, the system, this is as... There's 0% rigging. So I wish I had drums, but I don't. And picking a winner... Max McQuaid, congratulations. LOL, this is outrageous. I just can't relax my anus. Billy Mays here. All right, I'm going to make sure to write his goddamn... I'm going to write his name down myself, because with my luck, I'll forget it, and then I will look like an asshole. Yeah, by the way, I have to pick new winners because I forgot who fucking won. Could you fucking imagine? Oh, Jesus. Could I, like, click on this or something? Open link in new tab to make sure. Ah, cool. It gives me his channel, too. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Cool stuff. So, Max McQuaid, just make sure in your About section you have your email there. I have a link to your direct YouTube channel, so a fraud cannot say it is them. So, congratulations on winning. And like I said, you have 7 days from today, so that's the 12th. You have up until April 12th to contact me. So, all right. That was the first winner. I have their YouTube channel, and so I know who it is. And we'll put on some... Pick another winner. Pick another winner. Have a bird for your dinner. I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna pick another winner. It's picking. VGR. That was much faster than the last one. VGR. Interesting. So, VGR is the second winner. Let me get the name down. Congratulations again. Make sure in your About section you have your email, and I'll have, it's going to be from the email or rtuadvertisingyt@gmail.com, but I'll have it in the About section here so you make sure it's not some random person getting your address. You'll have 7 days to get in contact with me, and once you do that, I'm paying for shipping and everything, and it's going to you. So congratulations. Let me I'll bring up the screen here because you don't need to see their YouTube channel. So congratulations. I'll have the winners. I'll put them in the comments section here, not their actual link to their channel, but who the two winners are, so people know. So let me, so it's VGR. Let me get their channel. Close this one down. Nothing in their About section either. And like I said, they'll have a week. If I don't hear from either of them, first off, congratulations, most importantly, to the two winners. If you are here, they have a week to make sure in your About section you have your email. You'll get an email from my email, which is rtuadvertisingyt@gmail.com. I'll have it in the About section here so it's not complicated. My email, and then you're good to go. That's it. So congratulations to Max McQuaid and VGR. I'm going to make sure that I have these saved, because that would be absolutely awful if I did not. Matter of fact, I'm going to save them on my cloud. Save. And I'm going to save them on the desktop here. So I make sure, so I am 200% sure that I will not lose who the winners are. So congratulations, guys. That's a thank you from me for supporting the show to all the subscribers on here. I have a much more engaging audience here, and it's a lot of fun. And, you know, I feel like it's a different energy here. I love ReviewTechUSA. The Elden Ring and the Wii U video were straight up passion projects, and I'm very appreciative of how well they're doing. Yeah, we're going to watch more Chris Chan without a doubt. So I appreciate it very much. I get a lot of support on this channel. Let me, just in the comment section, I'll put who the 2 winners are. So don't mind if I zone out for a second. And of course it does caps lock. Wonderful. Congrats to... Did I close the email down? Yes, I did. Of course I did. To Max McQuaid and VGR for being the Nintendo Switch OLED contest winners. All right, we are good to go. All right. All right, so let's get back to some good old-fashioned... We'll wait for a few more minutes. And then we'll get back to some more of Gamer from Mars's Chris Chan documentary. Let's get, matter of fact, I'll open it up now. Let me see. Chris Chan. I'm sure it'll pop up right away. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. Got paused. It's already paused, so I make sure
You rescued Ivy.
I made it go full screen, so it automatically starts running. Seriously? All right, so let me see. I missed some super chats, too. I do apologize. So, again, congratulations to the winners. Oh, let me add something else, too. Please make... Why am I doing everything capital? Please make sure to have your email address in the About section of your YouTube channel. Hold on. Your YouTube channel. I can contact you for shipping. All right. And of the Nintendo Switch OLED for being the... All right. Please make sure to have your email address About section of YouTube so I can contact... Oh, yeah. You will... So no one thinks... And no one does any kind of shadiness. An email from RTU advertising IT at gmail.com. Alrighty. So Oops, shit. Review I can't spell today, USA. Advertising YT at Gmail. Alright. Advertising. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, guys. Okay. Oops. Was watching a Medicare stream when you got swatted. Hope you're okay, Rich. On a lighter note, yeah, I'm fine. It's annoying, but it isn't you know, the officer even says, he's like, yeah, I was here one time before. Like, they know what the deal is, unfortunately. I've notified all of the departments around my area. It sucks that it's a thing, but it's a reality of what I do. But, you know, it's not like, it's not a dramatic situation. No guns drawn. The officers were very amicable. I feel terrible that their time is wasted. And that's pretty much it. It's just what you deal with, man, especially because I don't really hold my tongue for shit. Doesn't make you a lot of friends, you know? And I don't want to say who I think did it. I know people were speculating. That's human nature. But no, I'm not going to accuse. That would be crazy of me to do something like that. You know what I mean? Well, so thank you, Rox. Have you ever eaten an authentic? No, I have not. I do want to, and I do. Yes, I know I will shit heavily after that. Wait, there's a cookbook for Halo? Oh, no. Didn't they do something with, like, lipstick or some shit recently? Like, that's not the thing you should be worried about, man. Fix the fucking game. It is in the top of the description of this stream. You will see who the winners are with the directions there. So that's pretty much it, man. Hey, and again, I really appreciate burps. Phil, did I miss the problem is that it reset the goddamn super chats for whatever reason. I don't know why. I mean, I even got a new member, too, which I appreciate. Phil, why did you change? No, I didn't change it. I didn't. I said it was going to be Mondays, and then that the announcement was going to be on Tuesday. Yesterday it was 4/4. I didn't change it. And that's always, if you look at the community post I have, I said April 4th was the stream I was going to pick from, and I was going to announce it on Tuesday. I don't know why it cut off a whole bunch of super chats here. I'm not really sure what's up. Neil, I'm not seeing it, bro. I'm looking way back. I'm not seeing it, man. Can I get a rapid intro guy and richest farts, please? Absolutely.
Try to relax your anus.
I don't know how the fuck your anus kept. Intro guy has the most relaxed anus in the United States for letting a fucking fart out like that. The gamer, be here for a few more streams and I'll make you a moderator. I don't do the... I tried the whole thing like, hey, if you become you'll instantly be made a moderator if you become a member. Here I'm thinking, you know, not that I wanted to financially incentivize people to be a moderator, whoopee. It was that, hey, if you want to support the show to the level that you become a member, you're not gonna troll. I was totally wrong about that. Absolutely fucking terrible take, and people trolled. So a few more streams, and I'll trust you. Again, the winners of... I'll announce it only like once later on in the stream towards the end. How? Because... I don't know, because having... nuanced takes on things like the Will Smith situation. People got pissed off at that. Even though that video is actually, it's like at 97% likes. Or no, 94% likes. Which is... People don't... You're either totally in one direction or totally in another one. And that's it. I don't, or I get, I don't want to hear about drama. I just want to hear about tech. Okay, well, pick from these 6,000 other fucking videos I have to choose from. But here's the thing. I'm telling you, me and Kyle Kalinske are in a contest for who could stay just under 1 million subscribers for the longest. You know, and I see it. And then there's other videos like I did, the Wii U video brought me in 70 new subscribers. The Elden Ring video brought me in 100 new subscribers. So as people are pissed off and unsubbing the fuck out, new people are subbing the fuck in. So I can't complain. Because here's the thing, there's channels with 10 million subs that get less viewership a month than mine do because they're dead channels. There's people that hate me that still watch me. And you know what? I know it sounds like something that Philip Burnell said a long time ago, but it's true. If they're watching, you're getting paid. So, would it be nice to hit 1 million? Sure. It would be a cool milestone. But people are watching. People that hate me are watching. And that's okay. You don't have to click the sub button to support me, but even those people in a way are supporting me anyway. You know? So it is what it is. I'm sure one day I'll hit it before 2030. You know? But when it comes, it comes. You know? So, try to relax your anus. Also, more Christian. Oh, dude, we're going right back into it. Billy Mays was involved yesterday. I just... Like, it's just... At least I'm more stoned today than yesterday, so it'll be more fun. Yes, CB96, I know you. You can be a mod, and I know I can trust you. If there's any fucking proof that you can't pay me to be a mod, the person who gave less money is the person that I modded. It's not about money. I just want to make sure I'm comfortable with you before I make you a mod. That's all. 1 wash your balls and 1 you win. Perfect. And 1 balls of steel. Damn, you want a 1 wash your balls.
Wash your balls.
You win. Perfect. Yes.
You win. Perfect.
I've got balls of steel.
Well, Seymour wouldn't even be Overlord Susan. It's just how the fucking stupid record industry wants it set up. You know, I'll defend YouTube with that one. YouTube has to follow these stupid fucking broken copyright I can't talk today. Rules and laws, because that's just how the system is. And if they don't, that this broken system that we have is the only safe harbor that a place like YouTube can exist in. So it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know how it works with that. I don't really use copyrighted music in anything. I mean, the closest I get to is a song from a dead game, from a dead developer from over 30 fucking years ago. And occasionally the Oblivion thing, but that's like a meme that I'm talking over. And technically I could say it's transformative with that Dead Rival Turf song because I have birds clucking while the song is on. Here, we'll do a reimagining of my intro. Do you like hearing those birds?
Try to relax your anus.
Those are other cocks besides you.
Try to relax your anus.
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 Relax your anus.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Sorry. So, Sam Pepper's reaction to his best friend being shot in front of him prank. Dude straight up looks trout. I would be too for sure. Oh god. Is Sam Pepper like still a thing? I know he was all big with the prank shit. And wasn't he on like a reality show first? And why is his name actually last name Pepper, or is it that like did he like one time shove a habanero up his ass and had to go to the hospital? What happened with that? for a prank. I'm gonna shove ghost peppers up me anus. I don't know if was he. I don't know. I just mixed together a whole bunch of accents right there. Maybe I just want a ghost pepper up my ass. Are you willing to help with that?
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Hey, who won the giveaway? It is in the top of the description. And the instructions on how to contact each other, so I don't end up sending it to just like some place and someone just tries to steal it. Are there. I think that works. I hope there's no way that someone could fuck me over, but my intentions are noble and I'm giving away 2 Switch OLEDs, so I did God's work. Also, I can't believe it's April already. Wow, I'm enjoying my new PS5 so far, but SSDs are super expensive. Yep, no shit. And it sucks doing that storage ping pong with just the internal. Even on the Series X, 1 terabyte ain't shit. So you either buy one of those expansion cards, or you have to, or at best, you could go get a USB drive. And just, you could put it, you can't run a 9th gen game off an external SSD or external hard drive, but you could store them there, so you could, it still takes like 6 or 7 minutes to transfer the game back and forth. So I don't know. It's a pain in the ass. What is your obsession with flightless birds? What is your obsession with asking crazy fucking questions? That question's my obsession with flightless birds.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Super chat me again when it's actually relaxed. Thank you. Review spicy anus. Yeah, I'll put a ghost pepper up that hole. I'll put a ghost pepper up that hole. Ah, that's fucking FF synthesis and loud. There we go. Philip Burnell, fight!
You win. Perfect.
Philip Burnell, his chicken's pulsating. Philip Burnell, and so was his cock on live stream. And then he went and shot out the cream. Philip Burnell is a man. Can he fap on stream? Oh, goddamn, yes he can.
Cucumbers. 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 Cucumbers.
I don't know. Wings, oh man, I missed a few super chats here. I'm losing my fucking... Wings' grandma relaxed his... Unfortunately, Luke Infinite, this is, Wings admitted this, so this is not even saying something cruel about him. The Oblivion music is needed for this. We have to tell the story every birds gather around. Wings was on a strict diet. It involved protein shakes. His anus was not relaxed because it constipated
Try
him.
to relax your anus.
So Wings, one day, he had to take a shit. And it was a firm shit. It was a solid, packed shit. And he couldn't go. He couldn't let out that shit. And what happened was the turd went... Pretend he's the turd. It went like this in his hole to like this. It lodged there. And Wings winced to the floor in pain, and he went...
Look here! Look, listen!
Grandma, come pull this turd out of my anus.
Try to relax your anus.
Pull this turd out of my
Try
anus.
to relax your anus.
And his grandma went in there with a glove. And she pulled the turd out of his anus.
Look here! Look here! Look, listen!
I'm not even, that actually is something that has happened, and that wasn't me trolling Wings. He has admitted that on a podcast. That is a thing that has happened. So my story was a little more dramatic. Thank you. That was all on you. Wrote the script for that, which was good job, actually. Hope you washed those breasts. Yes, that actually happened. I added melodrama to it, obviously, in case you didn't notice. But yes, Wings. I think it was with Kyle, FPS Kyle. He was on like protein shakes and stuff, and he, when you're used to having a lot of grease and fat in your system, your body becomes dependent on that as literally an anal lubricant. I'm not even being facetious. So he went to go shit, and I guess like the turd, he just couldn't push out. He was constipated. He couldn't push out the turds. And when he did, he
tried to relax your anus.
And he failed. And that turd apparently went back inside. This is what I never heard of. I have never had a turd go back kind of in my hole and then go horizontal. Like it's like, were you shitting out of battle axe wings? Like, that's a first for me. That's a first. And I guess it just lodged there, and he fell to the ground in pain from a turd going horizontal in his ass. I'm retelling the story again, essentially. I am really high. And his grandma put on a glove and went into his asshole like she was trying to unclog a drain. I can't. That's not the marijuana making me laugh like that. I'm like, that is a gift from God for the internet. Oh. Anyway. So, Luke Infinite, you got a hell of a story for your $2. I don't know about what happened to Old Trance, but all I know is that they began doing ghost videos and exploring haunted places. It's on my... What happened? Yeah, dude, didn't he fucking screw over people with crypto or something too? I think. Don't quote me on that. I know he kind of did something Ice Poseidon-y. Sounds like a new fucking seasoning you'd see at a grocery store from a shitty TV chef. Put some Ice Poseidon-y on your salad. Come on, I'll come to your house and toss you salad with some Ice Poseidon-y. Rich always claims he has holes, but nobody has ever seen them. Show us your holes. I cannot show the holes. So, Rich, thank you for being here in stream, man. Life has been stressful. Watching your streams in the evening helps a ton. Love this community. Thank you very much, Goose. I appreciate that. And I know what it's like to watch other YouTubers to kind of escape, so I know how much it helps, so that's why it's humbling when people say that to me. So thank you. Breaking news, birds peck corn out of my hole. Imagine a bird actually did... That all started with marijuana, shockingly. I was just like, someone literally had... They weren't joking. They're like, I live on a farm and birds, and they peck at corn. I'm like, yeah, I wish I had corn in my asshole that a bird could peck at. Hopefully the bird's name is Carlos. That is how it started. There's no deep lore It started with weed and a stupid story. There's no, like, deep lore to this. You know, it's another way. It's like a Souls game. Like, there's just a whole bunch of pieces that make no sense. That is the birds. You're watching the. Actually, that's actually a good place. The YouTube app is pretty good on the Switch, at least from what I've used. Looks nice on the OLED screen too. It does. They are coming out with some other weird dongle for the Switch that makes it look nicer on 4K TVs. I'm going to try to contact them, see if I get my hands on one. Due to the fact that the Wii U video is successful, we have another surprise video coming. There's two I want to do. I'm not going to name anything. One would be quicker and easier. Both are definitely going to be done, but what the order is what I'm trying to say. So that'll be interesting. Oh, wow, there's way over 500 people here, and I am not starting the... Let me catch up with these super chats first. Breaking news, birds peck corn out of my hole. Well, at least now you have a corn-free hole, sir. Review Sexy Birds USA, I do every day. And these birds disappoint me. They're sexy, but they disappoint me. I just called imaginary birds sexy. The weed is too strong. Watch out for the man in the pickle costume. You can't. Like, this is... I swear to God, if Netflix does not buy the rights to this. But again, like I said, the ending kind of is like, oh God. How can you make a film and profit off a film with such a horrendous ending? So I don't even know how that would be done. But, like, this is a story that's so ridiculous that whoever gets the rights to write a script for it, I don't care if it's just streaming only or in theaters, man, it'll make a fucking $1 billion in the box office because it's like a badly written story, but it's all real. And people will be like, I have to see how something so ridiculous can actually have happened.
Try to relax your anus.
And he tried to put a dildo up there. And it hurt, and he got shit all over it. Oh, God. It's... But the thing is, like, who wants to pay for rights and have, like, Chris Chan profit? Have them profit. No matter who else was behind it. And yes, she's that troll. If she was involved in everything she was involved in, they should lock her up. Never mind just kicking her out of a college. Lock her up and fucking throw away the key. She's a monster. Why would you want to profit off of that? I don't know. But then they profited off of fucking Ted Bundy. They made a Ted Bundy documentary. They made a documentary on Chris Watts. I'm sure he didn't get any money from it. And obviously Ted Bundy's family didn't. But I don't know. It's weird. A lot of gray area there. Joe Bidet, thank you for giving me a... Is that like a pair that has a bandana on? Is that a pair with a... What is it? A sweatband? Sweatband. Just to clear the air, my question was a joke. What was your question? Oh, I know. I know it was a joke. I'm just being an asshole. In case you were wondering. Yes, I have seen the Chris Chan blow-up doll video, and yeah, I unfortunately witnessed him power fucking a blow-up doll. That was a thing that I've seen in my life. I've also seen Gavin McGinnis's giant cock. I'll explain. I've talked about this before, but if you're new to here, since this channel has been growing, yeah, I was just like, oh, Gavin McGinnis is fucking out of his mind, just checking out his Twitter feed, just random tweets, replies, saying his stupid shit. And then there's just him running butt naked on a beach with a Twitter video with his cock going like an elephant trunk back in, like, that is something I saw. I just saw Gavin McInnes's giant dick. So, those are things that I guess are on my bucket list. I've seen Chris Chan fucking a blow-up doll. And I've seen Gavin McInnes running down the beach with his fucking tripod. Accomplishments, ladies and gentlemen. Learn them. I bought a Switch OLED, getting it on Friday. Well, it's good that you bought it because, not saying this to be a dick, but you didn't win. So, you know what's probably going to happen is that, well, hopefully it doesn't happen because it'll make my life easier. Hopefully both of the people contact me and hit me up. But they have to put their email in the about section of their YouTube channel. So because anyone could just email me and be like, hey, I'm the winner. No, the fuck you're not. There was a news story the other week about a woman that let birds nest in her hair for 84 days. Well, that is fucking disgusting. God, could you imagine what that woman smelled like? Obviously, she wasn't washing herself if birds were making a nest in her fucking hair. Oh, my God. The incident of May 1st. Yes, you've been here enough. You can be a mod. The incident of May 1st. It sounds. I'm just picturing the narrator. I love his voice. The guy who does voiceovers for PBS. And they have like a documentary on Phil DSP Gaming jerking off. And it's like the incident of May 1st. May 1st, 2016. Philip Burnell, also known as DSP Gaming, had the camera on. I don't know. Did I mention that? I didn't need to shut the fuck up. I sound like a teenager. I'm way too fucking stoned. I didn't need these fucking pills. Let me tell you something though. But I'm not. It's not that I'm up in my fucking dose. I've been taking the same amount past few days. I got from a new bottle from my dispensary. Taking the same dose I always take. They've knocked me on my fucking ass. So I need to cut back on it. It's not that I increased. I've been taking the same amount, if not a little less. We're not going to watch the video ever. You know why? Because you asked me. Yes, we're going to watch the video. I know. I'm just not shutting the fuck up. People must know the name Lord Silly Nipples. Lord Silly Nipples and Billy Mays. We're plotting against Chris Chan. I have no fucking idea because I only use... Because I am a lame fucking old dork and only use the speakers built into my TVs. Quantum TV would have to square up if he mentioned my kid. Dude. You know, it's a different mindset and I don't expect you to understand. But one... If I go after him, even for the heinous words that he used, you know, I have 3 kids. What am I going to do? Go do jail time? Because some asshole on the internet said something really fucking stupid. You know what I mean? So you got to weigh it out, man. This is coming from a guy who I have a bad temper. I admit it. I'm not going to lie, you know. But I've never punched anybody. I've never hit anybody. Got to just play it cool and be civil, man. You know? Why does he have a new post asking for new moderators? Why? You know? Rich, yes, I draw the line at animal sex. Rich say the birds are sexy. Well, they're not real birds. And I don't... Yeah, it's just... You know what, damn it? You're right. I can't be kissing bird breasts. This is a family-friendly stream. Oh my god, I did it again. Fuck. So yes, the incident of May 1st. Congratulations, you're a moderator. The incident of May 1st. It does. It sounds like I said before. It sounds like a fucking PBS. It sounds like a PBS special. All right, so after Dennis Hopper's super chat, we're gonna start with the stream. Rich, my young niece slobber on my Series X. It wasn't a lot, but I freaked out. Some went in the fan. Is it ruined? Probably not if it didn't go below the fan. If it was a little bit and got on the fan, it probably didn't drip below. Did you unplug? What I would have done immediately, though, as much as that sucks, is unplug it and leave it for like over 24 hours to make sure any kind of liquid evaporates. Ideally, probably if it was a little bit, it didn't get to any of the circuitry. It's not the best case scenario because there's still things that can... things in your saliva that can corrode components, but if it was only a little bit, you're probably fine, and it's better than spilling soda in it. So it's not the best situation, but it's also not the worst. And aren't children fun? They find ways to destroy things that you could never think of. I always remember as the first thing I'll start with as a kid. Yes, I swear we will get to the Chris Chan video. My friend's little brother thought the VCR was thirsty, so he poured a bottle of milk in it. That didn't end well for that VCR, spoiler alert. And yeah, there's other stories that I have too. There's so many. What if Tucker Carlson spoke about Chris Chan? Didn't he actually? He did. I'm pretty sure he did. What is with the CWC obsessed people being hypocritical psychos? I learned about Null Moon was once an 8chan admin promoting another. Because, dude, it's projection. When people have an obsession like this and they go out of their way, yeah, Chris Chan has many, many issues. But when you go to want to harm somebody, to feel some kind of superiority, you have to have some really, really, really fucked up skeletons in your closet. I mean, it's just common sense, you know? Anyway.
Try to relax your anus.
Almost immediately after they started talking, Ivy began testing the limits of what she could get Chris to do. On March 20th, only a few days after the release...
I mean, people think I'm a fucking troll. I get it. You could argue that because I make comedy out of all the stupid shit that people do on YouTube and just in life in general, even beyond the gaming community or tech community. But that's like no harm, no foul. I'm not, you know, being facetious. I'm not being, you know, aggressive or attacking anybody. It's just giving a take on dumb shit that people do and sometimes finding humor in it. But this is, they were looking to harm him. They were bullying him. I'm not bullying anybody, you know. Phil is going to react to his own Down the Rabbit Hole documentary tomorrow. I'm interested to see what he has to say about it. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Wow, self-awareness from Phil. That is, I'm serious. That's actually good. Phil, you get applause. Billy Mays here. And I invented the sex doll that Chris Chan was fucking.
Relationship began, Chris posted a video telling her that he was in love. A week later, Chris recorded a cover of the song I Need a Hero at Ivy's request. He pretended to play music on his Guitar Hero controller. He also showed
I'm sorry, I'm going to stop this every 10 seconds because it's just like everything is just so amazing.
a few pages from a comic he was working on, in which he and Sonic Chew rescued Ivy from Clyde. It concluded with a drawing of a shirtless, unrealistically muscular Chris
with with a very, very bear-like hairy chest.
Standing triumphantly with Ivy on the edge of a cliff, and waving his iconic sweater like a flag. Another video requested by his new
weird.
sweetheart was a tour of Chris's house, which was posted on March 27th. This offered a rare insight into the everyday life and severe hoarding problems of the Chandler family. The kitchen counters were covered by layers of unwashed dishes. They had still not taken their Christmas tree down, and the living room—
Oh my god. I remember it being bad, but holy shit.
was so full of clutter that it was no longer usable. It was at this moment that the miscreants realized that if this was Chris's reality, it's no wonder why he would rather live in a fantasy. This house tour actually got Chris in a bit of trouble a few months later in August.
Dude, it's great. It actually runs Elden Ring surprisingly well, the Series S only lads. It's good shit. It's a nice little system. Actually, I ordered that up-spec self-powered gaming screen where it could just get power from the Series S. And that's going to be a cool little portable product, man. It's just, technology's amazing. You have a small dick. Tell the other birds about it. Thank you. I don't know who could get off on this. It's so, yeah, it is very sad. It's very sad.
When his parents discovered it. It turns out that they were concerned that the health department might see the footage and force them to move out, and wanted him to figure out a way to fix it.
You need to cut that internet down. How do you shut it down, Mr. Chandler? Please tell me. You're just gonna slice all the fiber optic cable out of the fucking planet?
His solution was to upload a video screaming at people about it.
Everyone on the internet, my mother and my father are angry at me. They're blaming at me. It's my fault. I am it.
Make sure, just, could we all just acknowledge that even for this video where he's panicking and enraged, he remembered to put his Sonichu pendant on. Holy shit. Holy shit. The only time I didn't agree with you, Rich, about the Halo, the reason I say because I'm also done with Season 1. I'm not playing it anymore, but the Season 2 comes back. I'm going back. Okay. I hope, dude, I hope that it becomes fucking fantastic because there is the fundamentals of a great multiplayer experience there. But just the fact that, like, okay, one Team Slayer deathmatch is done. Maybe they fixed it now, but the last time I played, which honestly hasn't been in a while, at least the multiplayer, it's, you could do one Team Slayer deathmatch and you have to sign into another one again. It doesn't just go from match to match. Like, why is basic shit like that not there? How do you expect it to survive when the the skeleton of the product is not even stable? You know? What I don't get is Chris Chen trolls being proud of getting over on a guy with severe developmental and emotional problems. Yeah, exactly. 110%. It's like a professional fighter bragging about beating up a child, because these are the people who do this aren't good people. A lot of times they're very angry, lonely people that this gives them a sense of empowerment. It's gross. You know, just like it bothered me back in the day when people were like happy that Anita Sarkeesian was getting death threats that were now, if she would just said it, oh, I'm getting death threats, fine. But no, it was verified by the fucking feds, bomb threats and shit. No, that's not okay. It's verified. She is actually getting threats. It's not fairy tale threats. It's not quantum TV. Oh my God, I'm being attacked threats. Like, no, the feds were like, yeah, people were saying they wanted to kill her. And everyone was like, oh, it's not a big deal. I'm like, no, she doesn't deserve it. keep it about someone's takes. You know, if you want to laugh at the crazy videos you make, that's fine too. But when you go into their personal life, it's not okay.
It's my fault. I want everything about my house off the internet. I'll send in detectives. I'll send in police. I'll send in everything in my power to get it off the internet.
Yeah, and it's actually performing well for a video of its length too. It's just performing well in general compared to all my videos. But especially for its length, those numbers are a big deal. I expect it to hit 100,000 views. Maybe not in the next few days, but over the next, I would say, probably a couple weeks. It's a slow burn video, but that's okay. Those are evergreen videos, and that's what you want.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Listen to me.
Yes.
This video, I think, was seen. This video was like seen around the world.
Shut that goddamn thing off. I don't care what you do. You get all that stuff off of there tonight.
I'm working on it.
Go work on it.
I am
Do
working.
you realize? Do you realize something? Let me tell you. If the health department of Greene County sees those videos that you put on the damn internet, they could condemn our house and we would have to move out of it.
I don't know where to
You
go.
loaded them up there, you unload them.
I'm working on it.
Go do it.
I am doing it. I'm sorry.
Get in here and do it. I don't want to get kicked out of my house by the health department. And what you just did was stick a knife in our back and kill us.
So yeah, please get everything off of the internet now, 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 now.
After this video went live,
I love how his dad. I know this clip so well. I didn't even have to pay attention to it. I was just responding to someone real quick. I love how his dad just treats the internet like it's a fucking VHS tape. Like, yeah, it's like a cartridge on a Sega Genesis. Yeah, you could just pull it out and just take it out and put it back in the box. It's not how it works, Mr. Chandler. That's not how it works. And you screaming with your fucking soda chew pendant on is just adding. It's like you put 5 gallons of kerosene and now he just threw some nuclear material on it and he's just ready to throw the match. Chris Chan, Hiroshima, here we come.
the trolls began contacting the Greene County Health Department to report the Chandler family. Officials eventually did check the house out, but took no action due to the fact that the conditions of the home, terrible as they were, did not affect anyone beyond Chris, Bob, and Barbara. Going back to the spring of 2009,
Back to a guy who I would see at a used car sales lot for some reason. That's who he reminds me of. Hey, how do you like that? And that's 2018. All leather. That would be, I don't know. I'm fucked up in the head.
Chris rekindled his friendship with Joshua Martinez. This time, he managed to convince Chris that he had many friends in Hollywood, with him pretending to put the gullible man in contact with actress Vanessa Hudgens, and the two began a correspondence. Things rapidly became sexual between the two.
Gee.
With Chris even going so far as to tell the movie star that he loved her. However,
Christ almighty in heaven. Oh my god. You could put like like you know those things you get like the cheap Hallmark cards? You could put that in a fucking You could put that in a blow up doll, man. He would fall in love with it. Thinking that it's actually talking to him.
the Sonic 2 creator quickly felt guilty about this and came clean to Ivy about the affair. He even posted a couple of videos on the subject. The first was him apologizing and had his blow-up doll stand in for Ivy. The second was him reading a Bible verse about how adultery is a sin. During this whole ordeal, the miscreants also leaked a series of private videos Chris had made for Ivy. The first of these showed Mr. Chandler drinking his own seed, in order to prove that he could change how it tasted based off of what he ate.
I didn't know that. Yeah, dude, I'll keep him there for a while. Keep it classy tech. It's all good. If it brings in some people to you, it's awesome, man. You know? Especially all the shit both of you had to deal with that fucking clown, right? I'm noticing that he's quite obsessive. Kind of makes me regret making the videos on him. I don't know if I said this the other day. If I did, I didn't. It's still a good point. I grew up being entertained by people like Howard Stern. I listened to a little bit of Opie and Anthony. I don't even know how that shit ended. I know something bad happened, but I kind of look at like other YouTubers doing crazy shit the way like Howard Stern looked at celebrities and still does. And even YouTubers too. Now he goes into the YouTube realm too, talking about crazy shit. But the problem is, like, celebrities are celebrities. They have, like, their PR. People who do crazy shit on YouTube, sometimes they're just psychopaths who have a camera. They're not some celebrity. They don't know how to handle any of the shit. And they go fucking fully insane and start screeching, you know? Anyway. Well, Jerwiyevich, not many dislikes. So, yeah. I'm happy with it. Jeffrey Tucker, yeah, I have 15 hours, which for me to play in a game that I've been playing it for a couple weeks is a lot of time. You've raged and uninstalled 5 times. Jesus, you raged uninstalled? That's a new one. I haven't done that. I've rage broke shit. I missed a couple above too. What I don't get is Chris Chan. Yeah, so I answered, hey, Rich, I ordered my Series X through All Access. I'm excited to try out this console, especially if you got the All Access. You got Xbox Game Pass, which is huge. I just saw they're bringing Shakiro Shadows Die Twice. Like, Game Pass is a good fucking deal, man. Especially if you're like I'll say a semi-casual gamer, because a full casual gamer is like a Candy Crush to me. I would consider myself a semi-casual. I'll be the first to admit it. Where you want to try out all the a lot of the AAA games, and you just don't have the time, or don't want to spend the money, or don't have the money to spend sometimes $120 a month on fucking video games. It's a great deal, you know. How can you condemn the house only if you have a mess outside the house, Rich? It would condemn you, but inside, who gives a damn? I guess if they feel that, because like maybe the house, it's so bad that it could affect it structurally, like there's rot or some shit. I don't know. And it's not like he's a child, so it's not that there would be a concern for Chris Chan. He has issues, but he's a functioning adult.
Strangely, though, he chose to mix it with orange Fanta. The second was of Chris naked in the shower, slow dancing to an imaginary Ivy.
Oh, Jesus Christ, we're going to take 6 years to get through this. So he was in the shower naked, pretending to dance with a woman that he met on the internet. And the only time Bob stepped in is when he's worried about his fucking disgusting house being condemned. You could dry hump as many blow up dolls. You can fuck as many blow up dolls as you want to. Just keep the pictures of our dirty, disgusting house off the internet. I'm trying to, Dad. Now I'm going to go back to masturbating.
Finally, the third was of him once again naked, spanking himself as punishment for cheating.
I just have to let it play. I have to. We'll never get done with this.
If this wasn't embarrassing enough, they also leaked a series of photos showing Chris wearing nothing but his Sonic Chew medallion and an adult diaper.
I don't know what to do. Wearing...
These were all punishments devised by Ivy to make up for the fact that he had an emotional affair with the star of High School Musical. All of this discipline only seemed to strengthen Chris's love for Ivy, as by April 24th, he posted a video of himself.
Yo, his weight fluctuates more than anyone I've ever seen. He goes from fat to skinny in like a week.
Pretending to propose. He did this by producing a cover of the Celine Dion song It's All Coming Back to Me, which he played in the background. It was followed up by Chris showing off his latest comic, Sonic Chew Special No. 2, which told the story of his dream wedding. A few days later, the miscreants leaked the follow-up, Sonic Chew Special No. 3. This was made as a gift to Ivy, and was only ever meant to be seen by her. The story followed the couple's honeymoon and them consummating the marriage. As shown prior, Chris wasn't afraid to make his comics sexual, and this was no exception. According to some, Ivy encouraged Chris to make the drawings of his genitals as accurate as possible.
What the fuck do you even say? He's straightening his cock like it's the Mona Lisa. That was Coach McGurk. What the hell are you talking about? I'm not even sure what you're talking about, Zeb.
His solution was to place his manhood on the paper and trace over it. This resulted in his character's package being roughly the same size as his entire body, leading many fans to nickname it the Giant Penis Comic. By May, Chris decided he wanted
The Giant Penis Comic. The Giant Penis Comic. The Giant Penis Comic. We have the Giant Penis Comic. Coming soon to a comic book store near you. A man traces his fucking dick and balls on a piece of paper to try to arouse another non-existent woman. They're going to have a collector's edition. Only at GameStop. Only at GameStop. All right. It seems like his medallion isn't saving him. Oh my God. He's sitting there licking it butt ass naked. This is... There's no way I could have read this whole script with a straight... No, dude. I'm sure. I guarantee you. I'll ask him when he comes, because eventually Art's going to come on again. And we'll talk about this. I'm going to be like, dude, how many times did you have to say Lord Silly Nipples before you could say it with a straight face? Like, I would pay. Yo, if the guy who did the voiceovers for PBS was on Cameo, I would be like, yo, could you please shout out Lord Silly Nipples? I'd like to shout out Lord Silly Nipples. That would make my ear. Yo, I may have to pay Chris Hansen, a.k.a. Chris Hansen, to say Lord Silly Nipples. Like in his Chris Hansen way. Lord Silly Nipples.
Can I taste your nuts?
Lord Silly Nipples wanted to have his way with her and see her boobs. There's no way I could have read this. So, yeah, I'm sure, man, he probably laughed 8,000 times. Rispergu, thank you for the wiener.
To better control the online
Patrick,
conversation surrounding him. With this, he created...
Please stop with the Joe Rogan died. How did the person who swat you get your IP addresses? Dude, my addresses that I've been at have been out for years. If no, bro, they got numbers from when it was like I didn't even know what my phone number was because I was like 6. They're not like they went way back. There's fucking psychos out there, man, straight up.
An account on Wikipedia named Chris Chan Sonic Chew, and attempted to write up a page about himself on the site. This was quickly deleted though, as it included excessively detailed personal information, and the Wikipedia admins assumed it was created by a troll. This was not a total loss though, as CogsDev, the creator of the Quickie, decided to take the opportunity to create a new website called Quickipedia. where Chris could post about himself all he liked. Aside from YouTube, this would be Chris's primary space for communicating with the public, and the new home for the Sonic Chew comic.
What is shooting out of his penis right there? I think it's supposed to be his hands, but it looks like he's like shooting a ray of lasers out of his cock. 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 Buck 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 buck. Birds. Thank you.
This same month, Chris was tricked once again by Joshua Martinez, who sold him a PSP at a drastically inflated price. For some reason, this excessive spending was the final nail in the coffin for Ivy, who decided to break up with Chris soon afterward. She also cited his infidelity as another reason for leaving, but it can probably be
his infidelity did not exist in people.
assumed that the troll behind the
He's fucking his fleshlight thinking of someone else. That bastard. J.K. Rowling's latest book, Lord Silly Nipples and the Incident of May 1st.
The Ivy persona had just gotten bored and needed an excuse to give it up. For the 2 days afterward, Chris called his ex non-stop, begging her to take him back. It got so bad that she eventually had to call Bob to make Chris leave her alone. In an instant, one of Chris's most serious relationships had ended, and he barely understood why. Accepting the rejection and trying to move on, Chris posted a video saying he would be resuming his love quest, more specifically looking for a smoke-free, non-alcoholic, non-black woman. Most importantly,
God, so racist. I don't get it. I don't get racism in fucking general. It just baffles me. It's such a shitty trait of humanity.
He claimed that he would no longer be talking to ladies over the internet, and would only accept offers from those who approached him in real life. It seemed to many that he had finally learned his lesson. To back this up, Chris began expanding his social life and friend circle with his new gal pal, Kim Wilson, as well as a couple of her friends. The thing is, Kim was actually Emily, the girl Chris had gone on a date with a few months prior. But as baffling as it may sound, he did not seem to recognize her. Kim posted a series of vlogs depicting her time with Chris. Despite the fact that she was a troll, it seemed like she actually wanted him.
Isn't this technically, I guess it depends on the state you're from, but she's recording without his consent, obviously. Isn't that, depending on where you're from, illegal? You're not supposed to record, and at least I know in New York, you have to have two-way consent. I can't just record you without your consent.
Him to enjoy himself. Most notably, one of these videos showed Chris drinking a Long Island iced tea, which was...
Is he drinking a Long Island iced tea or jerking his penis? You decide. I mean, recording in public is one thing, but if I'm having a conversation with you and I record like on a phone call without your consent, that, like in New York, that's illegal. At least. Maybe some states is not.
It was his first ever alcoholic beverage. After years of vilifying people who drank, this was a rare moment of Chris stepping out of his comfort zone. As Christian continued hanging out with Kim and her friends, he began getting a lot more confident. In July, a video was recorded with the help of a buddy titled Rollin' and Trollin', in which he gave a tour of Charlottesville while pretending it was Quickville. The most notable thing in this video was Chris's change in appearance. His famous blue and red striped sweater had been replaced with a blue t-shirt and a vest, and his Sonic Chew medallion had been exchanged for dog tags. He wore tattoo sleeves, sunglasses, spiked bracelets, had grown a goatee, and was altering.
Alright, I will check it out, Patrick. Thank you. Thank you.
His voice. This was all done in an attempt to convince the trolls that Chris Chan had been a character this whole time, and that, in reality, he was neurotypical and fully employed. Around this time, a troll going by the name Samantha Thaddeus hacked into Chris's PSN and Club Nintendo accounts. After some emailing back and forth, with them quoting Bible verses at each other, Chris was then put in contact with Samantha's father, Jack Thaddeus. Just like many
Quoting Bible verses at each other? Yeah, it's different by state. That's what I thought.
of the other trolls in the past, Jack...
Yeah, he just looked like a dude right there. So it's weird. It kind of gives you this reality of, like, he kind of got maybe what was normal. You know? I don't know.
Used his position of power to see what absurd things he could get Chris to do. This included a gratuitous video of Chris humping his PlayStation 3 for 8 whole minutes straight.
Oh my god.
As well as one of him singing the song, It's Okay to Be Gay. As usual, the latter of these two uploads was not satisfactory, as Chris spent the whole gay announcement with his voice filled with disgust. Because of this, he demanded a second take. In this new version, Chris wore novelty nose and mustache glasses, a hat, and a skirt taken from his blow-up doll. He also changed the lyrics in the final line to, It's not okay to be gay, as he took off the glasses, all in an attempt to circumvent the troll's demand for him to come out of the closet.
Oh god. Wait, and now Chris Chan's transgender, and there he is being homophobic, while sticking a dildo up his ass and covering it in shit. What one thing? The thing I said back in 2016 you're talking about? You know, and I hold myself accountable for, and that's why I apologized.
Next requested that Chris make a puppet show of Sonic and Tails making love, but this seemed to be a line Chris was not willing to cross.
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner is homophobic from what I've heard. That's a...
As he told Jack
Whatever.
that getting his accounts back was not worth the humiliation. Even with that being said, Samantha's father was still able to convince Chris that the miscreants were cooking up a scheme to get his social security payments taken away, as he had apparently revealed himself to not act.
Speaking of ports, random and out of nowhere, there is a Castlevania Amiga port. I'm probably going to make a video on it because it is bafflingly awful. The Amiga was superior in hardware. It had superior graphics and hardware to a Nintendo Entertainment System. How they fucked that one up is amazing. It was like some Hungarian development company or somewhere out of there, around there, if I could be wrong about the nation, but shockingly they're out of bit. Like, how do you fuck up a port of Castlevania to a more powerful platform? Please explain that one to me. There is nothing this man hasn't humped. That is true.
Actually have autism and is rollin' and trollin' video. In response, Chris posted an upload clarifying that he was, in fact, unemployed and autistic. Inexplicably, all of the audio in this video was entirely through ADR.
I don't have a job, so there. And I am high functionally autistic, and I'm nearsighted, still a virgin. So there you go.
To most onlookers, Jack wasn't anything too special when it came to Chris's ever-growing gallery of trolls. However, he did open the door to the next big saga. You see, as he and Chris continued emailing, Jack sent him a link to a new video by a brand new
Billy Mays and Lord Silly Nipples worked together to socially engineer a plot where Chris Chan would hump his PlayStation 3 confirmed. Billy Mays here. When I was alive, I wanted my PlayStation 3 to be drenched in Chris Chan's pre-cum, so I tricked him into humping it.
player in the story, a young man claiming that he was the real Christian Weston Chandler. It goes without saying that Chris would not take this very well.
Captain's log. Stardate, June 21st, 2009. My name is Christian Weston Chandler.
In the summer of 2009, one of Chris's most infamous adversaries appeared on the scene. This troll had actually been posting videos since June.
I agree. Get away from the internet, I'm cutting it down. I agree, Sailman, you have a point.
On the YouTube channel C-Chan Sonic Chew Quick, before gaining much of a following. But that would soon change. What made him stick out from the pack
YouTube looked so different back then, didn't it?
was that he pretended to be Chris, doing a near spot-on imitation at that, copying his quirks and manner of speaking. He wore a brown and yellow striped sweater which he padded out with a pillow to make himself appear obese, and had a paper Sonic Chew medallion around his neck. He mimicked Chris's past antics such as his song So Need a Cute Girl, the time he was forced to make a video.
What's with Billy Mays? He's back and fucking again! Dude, I talked about it today. Like, there was a race bait article saying, oh, it's like, you know, it's family. Because it's between two black men, and you're not part of the family, so stay out of it. I'm like, oh, are you related to Will Smith? No, I'm not. Then shut the fuck up. It's a human being talking about another human being. Oh my, fuck off. I let Captain's logs out of my ass with Spurgu. It's so ridiculous, and then people love it too. They fall for it. Like, yeah, you're right. Really?
Saying that he was gay, and his eternal feud with Clyde Cash. Trolls began referring to him as Liquid Chris, with the original now being referred to as Solid Chris, a reference to the Metal Gear video game series. The first upload that Solid Chris saw from Liquid was one in which he was claiming to sell Sonic Chew merchandise. As was displayed in the Jimmy Hill saga almost a year prior, Chris could not stand the idea of others profiting off his characters. He quickly posted an angry upload decrying Liquid.
Do not buy any more.
Decrying Liquid.
From this crappy imposter. Do not
Yes, that was going to be interesting. I may have to sit and watch that.
give him any more money. And he said he's going to give it to, quote-unquote, his congregation with my Elizabeth Foss. It's my congregation, not his. Who does imposter think he is? Down with him! Burn in hell!
Apparently, Chris still hadn't caught up to the established pattern, as this response only added fuel to the fire, and made Liquid go further with his scheme. Anytime
And made Liquid go further. That doesn't sound right at all.
Christian posted a video, Liquid would post one of his own to one-up him. For example, on July 29th, Chris made a recording of himself playing the song More Than a Feeling on Guitar Hero. Mere hours later, Liquid had posted one himself, playing the same song on an actual guitar. Trolls quickly took notice of how angry Chris got at the idea that people might believe Liquid to be the real Christian Weston Chandler. As such,
and that's the thing, he's decrying all this trolling and stuff, but he loves the attention too. So Chris kind of is feeding off the trolls, feeding off of him. It's just crazy. Chris Chan would have cut a hello WWE promo. Yeah, man. His theatrics are quite interesting.
They decided to start circulating a rumor that Solid Chris was actually named Ian Brandon Anderson.
Yes, if you want to see if you are a winner, look in the description. It is the top of the description with instructions there.
Due to the fact that his then current YouTube channel was called IBA Chandler. It didn't take long for Chris to get completely fed up with Liquid's shenanigans. To decide once and for all who the imposter was, he devised a scheme challenging Liquid to a musical competition, which he dubbed the Sing Star Challenge. The rules to this contest were odd and convoluted, and seemed specifically tailored to benefit
Why does it look like someone shit on Chris's face?
Chris. It would consist of 5 rounds, and in each one, both contestants would choose a new song to sing. As a finale, they would each choose a song for their competitor. In addition, they were not allowed to use instruments, but were required to have an MP3 of the song playing in the background.
What the fuck is even... I think I am too stoned for
Finally, the contest was to have 6 judges, with both Chris and Liquid selecting
Yes, I did. They are in the description, the both winners, with the instructions.
3. Christian chose his friend Kim Wilson, one of her male friends who remained unnamed, and a new online gal pal named Kate Bay. Liquid selected his girlfriend Casey, his friend Seth, and an animator by the name of SpazKid. Chris decided to end this video by asserting his dominance over Liquid. He took a razor and, without the use of shaving cream, aggressively shaved the goat.
Dude, but the only thing they were worried about was the fact they're housemate because they're hoarders. That just shows that there was no foundation for Chris Chan. You have he has his developmental issues, he has psychological issues, obviously, beyond the fact that he had just that Chris Chan has autism. And then who's supporting him? 2 hoarders that barely could function themselves? That's not a recipe for disaster at all. You know, just read about what Christian did after your stream last night. Oh no. What happened?
He had been growing for the past few weeks. With the gauntlet thrown, the SingStar Challenge was officially on. To put it simply, the competition was heated, and lasted throughout the first week of August. Chris, of course, tried whatever tactic he could think of to hinder Liquid's chances of success. In the second round,
Liquid's chances. Oh, it sounds like a stool softener. It's rigged. Bro, I couldn't have been any more unrigged. I showed me using the TubeBuddy randomizer tool right on stream. I know you're kidding. Don't get me wrong. That's why I did it that way.
Liquid chose to sing the theme song from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Christian angrily took to the video's comments to accuse him of cheating, since he claimed that theme songs were not allowed by the rules, even though Chris himself had decided the rules.
Oh, I thought he did something else. Okay, I read it wrong.
Specifically to benefit him, it seemed as though he was willing to bend them any way he saw fit. Nevertheless, the judges did not agree with his objection. The challenge proceeded normally for the next few days until the 5th and final round. As previously established, this was when Chris would choose a song for Liquid to sing and vice versa. It was without a doubt the most hotly contested round of the entire SingStar saga, beginning with Chris performing the tune Liquid chose for him, Smell Yo Dick by
What? Smell Yo Dick. Chris Chan had to sing Smell Yo Dick. I can't, yo. I need to take a piss. I need to take a piss. It honestly is. Like, all kidding aside, Hero, that's the thing. There's so much crazy fucking entertaining shit. We don't just need Hollywood anymore. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have a monopoly on it. The movie industry and the music industry do not have a monopoly on entertainment anymore. And I think they don't like, I know they don't fucking like that.
Risque. However, he opted to change the titular lyric to duck due to his discomfort with the phallic implication. Liquid was quick to call him out on this, forcing Chris to post a new version in which he sang the uncensored lines even though he clearly didn't want to. As for Liquid, Chris chose for him to perform Lift Up Your Eyes by the Planet Shakers. However, he did not sing the entire song, as the full version was almost 10 minutes in length. This provoked a furious response from Christian, who demanded that Liquid redo his entry with the full version or be disqualified. Chris also claimed,
React to Liquid on it. Do you have like a video for that? Hell yeah, I would. Weirdly wholesome Liquid Chris, you mean?
That he had gotten the police involved to investigate Liquid, but walked back the claim almost instantly. The autistic man's imposter soon uploaded his new video with the complete song, and the SingStar challenge was officially complete. All that was left was for the judges to cast their votes. In the end, Liquid Chris was declared the winner.
Does he really? That's pretty crazy.
After 4 of the 6 judges selected him. The deciding vote came from Kate Bay, Solid Chris's newest online gal pal. He begged her over email to change her mind, but she wouldn't budge. According to his own rules, this officially made Liquid Chris the true and honest Christian Weston Chandler. Of course, Ian Brandon Anderson did not take this defeat laying down. Despite losing fair and square, he quickly uploaded another video to prove that he was the one and only Chris Chan. To accomplish this, he publicly stated his address and phone number, inviting anybody to come over to his house and meet him. Unlike most other
I can't, man. I can't.
Times when personal information about Mr. Chandler was revealed, this was not done through leaks or manipulation. Chris was simply so irate at the idea of anybody believing that he was not the real Christian Chandler that he willingly doxed himself. Meanwhile, after achieving victory in the SingStar Challenge, Liquid Chris posted an update video about his life. He thanked the judges for voting for him and stated that he had recently proposed to his...
Holy shit, that's actually really fucking good and I'm an idiot. I know exactly... And Chris Chan didn't. He drank it down. Man, thank God I got that, because that was actually fucking incredible. Well done.
Sweetheart Casey. On top of this, he also claimed to have gotten a job at a video game studio in Redmond, Washington. This was most likely a reference to the Miyamoto saga from earlier. He concluded that, due to his new career move, he would officially be leaving the internet to focus on his new life. Liquid walked off camera as the song "We'll Meet Again" played ominously in the background, seemingly indicating that his saga was not quite finished just yet. Over the course of the SingStar Challenge, Solid Chris came in contact with Liquid's sweetheart Casey. They began talking semi-frequently over the phone and email, and she even joined him on one of his days out with Kim Wilson in real life. As they got to know each other better, it was clear that Chris's feelings for his new gal pal became more than just platonic friendship. Casey was quick to leverage this affection, learning even more details about the Chandlers' private life. During their many phone calls, Chris was...
Yo, people treat this shit like they're trying to, like the CIA trying to fucking infiltrate terrorists. God damn, it's not that, I mean, it made for interesting lore, but god damn, it's not that fucking serious, man. These people need to find something better to do with their fucking time. Holy shit.
was more than happy to talk to Casey about his daily habits. According to him, he had been taking medication for high cholesterol due to the fact that pretty much all of his meals came in the form of fast food. When Casey reacted in shock, Chris was quick to clarify he often ordered salads from these establishments. Apparently, the reason for this constant eating out was due to the already established clutter in the Chandler kitchen.
Clutter. Fucking, it looks like someone just dumped garbage all over the place.
Which made it impossible for any cooking to be done. When questioned about his physical activity, Chris stated his only exercise came from his daily walks around the neighborhood, which were enough for him to work up a sweat. Solid Chris didn't seem to see a problem with his lifestyle, but Casey became determined to get him to eat better and exercise more. She offered to take Chris jogging, an idea which he was initially hesitant about since he was worried his chest would bounce around too much.
I mean, he got man titties, but they're not that big, dude. Relax. You'll be fine. I feel bad for Chris Chan. Dude didn't really get a choice in the kind of person he turned out to be, but the trolls molded him into what he... Yeah. And their parents were fucking useless, too, on top of it. You know what I mean? There's about 800 people here, where I think it was like the most we were the whole night. Just want to announce again, the 2 winners were chosen by a randomizer tool too, buddy. They are in the description, at the top of the description. Just make sure if you are one of the 2 winners, that on your YouTube in the about part of your YouTube channel, that you have your email address there. And the rest, all of that's in the description as well. So congratulations to the 2 winners. You have a week to put your email there and to have the contact happen. If not, I'll rerun the 2 people again.
However, once Casey suggested he could wear a sports bra, he rapidly warmed up to the idea. He quickly purchased a piece of the female apparel, sent Casey a photo of himself wearing it, and commented on how confident it made him feel. Casey also encouraged Chris to get out of the house more. He began attending what he described as a relationship development class, which he hoped would help build up his confidence about talking to women in person. He compared it to his idea of dating education class, a concept he had been trying to get schools to implement for years alongside sex ed. Chris also applied for a job at Target. Going through with this took a lot more convincing from Casey than she first thought, as Chris was concerned that getting a job would impact his monthly Social Security checks. He never received a call back, but it cannot be overstated how much of a big step it was for Chris to apply in the first place, considering he had been arrested at Target only a few years prior.
I forgot about yeah, I got arrested here once. Can I get a job? Oh, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Pick anywhere else, dude. It's retail. There's plenty of places. Don't go back. That's in the common sense is the Life for Dummies handbook. Don't apply for a job that you walked out in handcuffs from. I'm going to make a book on that. I think it needs to happen.
Try to relax your anus.
In October, after months away from the internet, Liquid Chris returned with a new video. He claimed that he had not made it to his job in Redmond, Washington, as while riding the bus there, he had been drugged and kidnapped by Solid Chris. He then stated that he woke up in the Sahara Desert with blood oozing from his anus.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Chris was quick to deny the story.
I mean, come on, his story. I mean, like, you know, being put in a meat factory, Sahara Desert, Aladdin people.
Chris Chen, you butt fucked him in the desert.
Huh. And also, he could have easily taken the drugs himself.
Upon his return, Liquid immediately reignited the feud, claiming that Casey had begun to fall in love with Solid Chris during his time away. But as soon as Liquid returned, she immediately fell back in love with—
Sounds like they're talking about an inconsistent bowel movement, how they go back and forth between Solid and Liquid. It went to Solid, then it was Liquid. It went to Solid, then it was Liquid. Sounds like you have IBS, man. And this is the golden age of, yeah, that's the crazy part.
the winner of the contest. This worked incredibly well in riling up the potential target employee. He soon publicly stated his love for Casey, and the battle for her affection was on. Like their previous battle, this was really nothing more than the two of them making videos back and forth. On October 29th, Christian uploaded a diss track against Liquid, sung over the song Walk This Way. By the end, it simply devolved into Chris flipping through his playlist and using each new song to insult Liquid. It was here that Chris claimed Casey was now dating him, which was not true at all. Liquid was quick to respond with his own diss track, rapping to the beat of Eminem's My Name Is. As Solid vs. Liquid round 2 progressed, Casey and the Miscreants devised a way to up the ante, when on November 4th she called Chris and said she wanted him to meet her.
Oh, dude, like Lord Silly Nipples, and what was the name of the song that he wanted to sing in the contest? Hot Dicks or something like that?
Parents. This was when Casey handed her phone off to a fellow prankster posing as her father, Matthew. It was almost immediately apparent that the point of this chat was to make Christian as uncomfortable as possible. Every time he revealed a new detail about his life, Matthew would grill him on it and express his disapproval. After enduring this for nearly an hour, Chris told Matthew that he had crossed a line. This did not go over well, and the call ended with both Casey and her father being upset. The saga came to a head on November 10th when Chris and Casey had their final phone call. Christian remained largely silent as she grilled him about his behavior towards her father, and how he had seemed to—
You know the taint. Yeah, I know I've talked about Chris Chan's taint before. That sounds very, very wrong out of context. But you just know that room smells like crusty sperm, taint, and Cheetos.
take no significant steps in improving his lifestyle. She informed Chris that she and Liquid would be getting married.
Yeah, pretty much, man. And this is the thing. It's shit like this that hurts Hollywood. I know it sounds insane, but it's true. Like, who gives a shit about all those elitist motherfuckers making multi-billion-dollar movies? I know I'm sad, not multi-billion, multi-million-dollar movies. When there's Lord Silly Nipples and Billy Mays plotting against this person. Lord Silly Nipples is all the entertainment we fucking need.
Try to relax your anus.
Oh, yeah.
Soon, and that she no longer wanted
Alpha
to be
Omega,
his friend.
what's good?
Later that day, Chris posted a tear-filled video giving Casey and Liquid his blessing.
Congratulations on your wedding. I wish you and Chris all happiness in the world.
The supposed reason for Chris Chan making this video was to share the other things he wanted to tell Casey before she hung up on him. It seemed like this ordeal had once again left Chris emotionally destroyed. But as Casey even predicted, it wouldn't be long until he had forgotten about all of this and moved on to his next big saga.
Captain's Log, stardate November 12th, 2009. It's now time for fan mail. Well, not much fan mail, as it is a little something from the Virginia Library of Congress.
Only a couple days after Liquid Chris had ended his storyline, our protagonist uploaded a new video in which his moods seemed to have done a complete 180. Christian happily displayed a letter showing he had officially registered the name Sonic Chew with the Virginia Library of Congress. From the very beginning, people had mocked the idea of Sonic Chew, saying there was no way Chris would be allowed to make money off of the characters without being sued by both Nintendo and Sega. Chris had always refuted this though, saying that Sonic Chew was different enough from the pre-existing properties that it could stand on its own. He seemed to believe that this registration completely validated him, but it's important to note that it was far from a copyright.
Yes.
On November 23rd, Chris noticed some new advertisements that were being showcased on Wikipedia. One depicted Peter Griffin from Family Guy supporting gay rights, and the other showed a Pickle Man mascot promoting a contest for a free trip to Mexico. Chris was irate that these messages were being displayed on his website, and emailed the system's operator, CogsDev, to get them taken down. In response, the admin told him that there was nothing to be done, as the ad space had been purchased legally by Chris's—
Oh, I guarantee you Chris's parents were racist and super homophobic. That's the only way he could be like that.
old enemy, Jack Thaddeus. This opened a brand new door for trolls as they found yet another way to drive their target insane. Shortly thereafter, Chris uploaded a video asking his fans for donations in order to remove the ads. Strangely, he chose to single out his European fans, as it seemed he had recently developed a fascination with Europe and its currency. He also expressed his interest in finding official sponsors for the website, with his eyes set on Coca-Cola.
Yeah, okay.
As the months continued, Chris's fury at these gay pride ads only grew stronger. In one video, he even claimed that he taped pieces of paper to his computer screen so he didn't have to see them whenever he logged on to the site. By the end of the year, he had reached his limits, editing Wikipedia himself, removing Jack's ads, and replacing them with fake advertisements for Coke and the James Cameron film Avatar. These were quickly taken down, and Chris was informed by CogsDev that they had received a cease and desist order from Coca-Cola, although—
Yeah, you can't just pretend to be sponsored by someone you're not sponsored by, Chief.
this was most likely a lie. After this incident, Chris's administrative privileges were revoked. Also around this general time period, Chris began doing a daily mailbag on the Wikipedia. Basically, this was his opportunity to respond to fan emails, speaking with them directly and answering their questions. He would usually give short responses, rarely more than a single sentence, and many wondered if he actually cared at all about it or if it was just simply something CogsDev talked him into. The most interesting bit of information from these, though, was the revelation that Christian had a bizarre and irrational hatred of people with Asperger's syndrome. He seemed to believe that their struggles were nothing compared to those of people with autism, and he despised the fact that the two were often lumped together. This is when an artist by the name of Alec—
He's definitely not an understanding and accepting person for a person who wants people to be understanding and accepting of it. It's so weird.
Benson Leary created a comic called Asperpedia, taking advantage not only of Chris's hatred of Asperger's, but also his insistence that he own the copyright to Sonic Chew. This comic was clearly a parody of Chris in his life, with the Asperpedia character even looking like Christian. These illustrations in the publication also included a human character that too had an
Jesus, that is not a flattering Chris Kit Chan caricature there.
uncanny resemblance to Chris Chan.
It looks like a Mike Judge character. Yeah, I don't get it, Nebsy. I don't get it.
Named Ian Brandon Anderson. Upon discovering Asperpedia, Chris became enraged. Alec began emailing him apologetically, trying to smooth things out between the two of them. In these emails, Alec included art of Asperpedia and Sonic Chew together, which only angered Chris further, as he believed they were trying to portray the two as being in a homosexual relationship.
You have done wrong with this drawing. It only depicts the opposite of straight, you DA. There may be a human character coming into the books with Asperger's, but there will certainly never be a Sonic Chew or Roast Chew with that ailment.
Later in December, Chris received an email from a young man named Evan claiming that Chris had stolen his character and used it in his comic without permission. Evan was actually the first person to ever send Chris Sonic Chew fan art all the way back in 2008. Among these drawings was one of Evan's original Sonic Chew character, a hedgehog with drills for hands named Simon Chew. A short time later, Chris had introduced his own character with drills for hands named Simon Law. The resemblance between
Was it accidental then, Solid Crusader?
the two was undeniable, and it was obvious to any passive observer that Chris had ripped off Evan. Because of this, he requested that Chris kill off his Simon Law character, but he vehemently refused, calling Evan a monster for even suggesting such a thing. While he scoffed off Evan's demand for
Oh, okay, Alt.
now, this would not be the end of the feud. At the start of
It's just so crazy and so confusing.
2010, the ad space on the Wikipedia, once belonging to Jack Thaddeus, was purchased by a new advertiser. This would normally be a relief for Chris, that is, if it wasn't for the person who had taken over the sponsorship, Alec Benson Leary, who quickly co-opted Chris's website to advertise Asperpedia comics, as well as his new website, Asperpedia. This spurned
This is fucking insane. This is fucking insane. How much of this is there? It's almost done. I mean, there's going to be another part, but this is almost done. It's like, what, another 20 minutes?
Earned Chris to create a video in which he raged against these advertisements. He accused Alec of being nothing more than a plagiarist and called Asperpedia a dirty parody of Sonic Chew. This was a strange choice of words,
Which is a dirty parody of, without him realizing it, of Sonic the Hedgehog. How dare you blatantly copy off of something that I'm blatantly copying off of, you bastard!
for Chris, as in the past, he had defended Sonic Chew's existence with the very same parody reasoning. As always, Chris emailed CogsDev to try to get these new ads taken down to no avail. No matter how much he pleaded, she would not budge, claiming that Alec had paid for the ad space all the way through the year, and that Chris would just have to live with it. This only served to anger him further, as he made another video a few days later threatening to ruin Alec before...
I have heard, and the reason that the trans community totally thinks he's a piece of shit is that the only reason Chris Chan became trans, he thought that it would get him laid. I don't think it's worked. It's not even funny because it's just such a tragedy all around. You know, this ended way worse than I could have ever imagined.
Punching the camera.
I'm gonna ruin you, Larry.
It sounds like he's trying to show he's tough.
Angry.
Sounds like he's about to bust a nut and take a shit. Oh my god, man. I'm definitely intimidated.
The longer Alec's ads stayed up on the Wikipedia, the angrier Chris became. On January 15th, he posted another video directed at not just Alec, but a few of his friends as well. These included Asperpedia's webmaster, Ling, Sean August Watley, a frequent Asperpedia contributor, and Evan. Together, these men would later be known as the Asperpedia 4. The upload concludes with Chris challenging all of them to a fight to decide once and for all who was superior. He even read out his home address yet again so they could...
This is like... The story is so insane. You just think someone gave a writer 4 tabs of LSD and just whatever comes to mind, just write it down, and would be the story of Chris Chan. But it's real. It is not someone's LSD fever dream.
Come face him directly. As January continued, Chris posted more and more uploads about his hatred for Alec and the Asperpedia 4. In fact, mere hours later, he made a rant in which he spoke a Spanish phrase backwards that he believed translated to "love Sonic-Chu and hate Asper-Chu." Confused, trolls were able to trace this back to an episode of The Simpsons, where a similar backwards-speaking tactic is used to try to brainwash people to join the Navy. On the 17th, Chris uploaded yet another video about his feelings toward Alec. In this one, he reviewed the Asper-Chu comic, detailing every single thing he hated about it. Of course, the main thing he took offense to was how it depicted him, specifically citing the fact that Asper-Chu had a quote-unquote Buddha belly. He went on to criticize its anti-religious themes, as well as the excessive violence and nudity. To that last point,
why does it look like Chris Chan's twerking right there? What is that? Jesus. Oh my god. I can't.
Chris did address the fact that Sonic-Chu had seen its fair share of nudity as well.
And there's a hedgehog character with titties. Holy shit.
However, he had defended it by stating it had all been censored, seemingly ignoring the fact that he had originally posted it all uncensored. The irate man concluded this video by claiming he would be getting the FBI involved in the case, and telling Alec that the spirit of his dog Patty would haunt his nightmares and eat his soul. After this, Chris and Alec finally began communicating with each other directly over the phone. Their first conversation began on the subject of the promotions placed on the Wikipedia. Surprisingly, Chris seemed ready to compromise on this matter, saying he wouldn't mind so much if the ads were regulated only to the site's sidebars. In addition, he also said that he should be able to run his own ads on Asperpedia just to make things fair. To both of these points, Alex seemed to be willing to cooperate, although it appears nothing much came of it. These discussions next moved on to the subject of Alex's use of Sonic-Chu characters in his comic. Chris demanded he stop, or at least change their names, but Alex stood his ground. For some reason, the topic was shifted to Alec and Chris pointing out the various lore differences between the two universes, such as the fact that in his world, Sonic-Chu was a Pokemon, while in Alec's, he was just a species of animal. This led the troll to his next argument. If Chris insisted that Sonic-Chu was a Pokemon, how could he then claim to own the full copyright to him? Chris obviously had no answer to this question, as he uncomfortably tried to shift the topic back to the original subject of the ads, but Alec
yeah, shocker. Everything Chris Chan's making, like, yeah, you could do spin-offs as fair use, but you can't make them, like, you can't say, like, hey, this is Sega's IP, I'm gonna take something they have and just make money off of it.
continued pressing.
It's not the media. It's not, you know what I mean?
And eventually, Chris made up a lie about his cell phone running out of battery, ending the discussion. Their next call would take place around a week later. Chris expressed
Okay, I'll check it out.
His displeasure with the name Asper-Chu on the grounds that it was mean towards the character. He seemed to be arguing from the perspective that Asper-Chu had the same feelings as a real person, citing the film Who Framed Roger Rabbit to bolster his point. When Alec tried to make Chris see that there was a difference between the thoughts and feelings of real people and fictional characters, Chris simply called him naive. Realizing that this conversation was going nowhere.
Yeah, well, you can't tell a person that is pretending their fantasy world is real that their fantasy world isn't real. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, you know, it's sad because, like I said, Chris Chan is in a different world, you know?
Nowhere, Alex shifted the topic to Chris's continued use of Simon Law in his comic despite Evan's objections. Chris dug his heels in, insisting that Simon Law had not been inspired in any way by Simon Chu. Alec pointed out by Chris's own logic that there was a possibility Asper-Chu was not based on Sonic-Chu. On top of that, he also read off of Chris's official Wikipedia page about Simon Law, where he directly credited Simon Chu as being the basis for the character. Chris was once again backed into a corner, and he was forced to say he would consider writing Simon Law out of his comic. As these regular phone calls continued, Alec began asking Chris to publicly apologize for the things he had said about the Asperpedia 4. He eventually relented to this point, but Alec...
And I'm sure part of the reason why Chris created this world is the chaos that was in because of the hoarding, and obviously Chris Chan's parents weren't all there even when they were technically all there. So it was just such a recipe for a cesspool, for the perfect storm for a disaster.
Alec was not happy with the apology he made, as he spent most of the video expressing his continued frustration with the ads on the website. It seemed to him that Chris Chan was not actually sincerely sorry, and was only apologizing in the hopes that it would make Alec
Yeah, he definitely needed psychological help, but from what I heard, Chris Chan's parents didn't believe in it.
Remove his advertisements. The second apology was equally poor. He was at least able to name the thing.
And the thing is, Chris Chan, this has nothing to do with autism. To put the autism aside, Chris Chan is the poster child of why mental health medicine exists.
He was sorry for, specifically the threats he made against Alec and his theft of Evan's Simon Chu character. He carefully worded it as to not technically give up the rights to Simon Law, only Simon Chu. As if this weren't enough, just a few hours earlier, Chris had made a video cursing and threatening Mao over new pro-gay ads that were appearing on the Wikipedia. Eventually, Alex stopped asking Chris for more apology videos, as it became increasingly clear that he would never learn his lesson. The way the man spoke to Chris was like a parent disciplining a child. Unlike many of the other trolls who just wanted to see a reaction, it seemed like Alec had a genuine desire to make Chris see the error of his ways. But as you would soon discover, this strategy didn't work. February 25th, 2010 was a big day in Chris Chan history, as it marked the publication of Sonic Chew number 10, which would prove to be one of the most bombastic...
Wait, did he just literally put Sonic the Hedgehog in there? Like, it can't even go under fair use at this point.
...plastic comics he had ever made.
Have a good
because
one,
it
Zanza.
attempted to exact revenge on practically every troll who had ever wronged him over the past year. The story opens with Chris being released from the time void he had been trapped in several issues prior. He detailed what had transpired while he was away, how he had traveled to the future and met his wife, a woman named Lovely Weather. She was a scientist working on a vaccine for homosexuality, which she was finally able to complete using a sample of Chris's pure straight blood. Chris then traveled back to the present and used the vaccine on his nemesis Natesurk, turning him heterosexual again and as a result, redeeming his character. Later in the issue, Chris stated that he meant no offense to his homosexual fans, and that he only included this plot point in order to convince his trolls that he wasn't gay. It didn't work. Next, he grabbed his trusty Guitar Hero controller, which transformed him from a drawing to a photograph of himself. Chris and his band, the Hedgehog Boys, played his original song,
Chris and his band, the Hedgehog Boys. Oh my god.
Revive Zordon, a Power Rangers parody of Cat Scratch Fever by Ted Nugent. The tune was played so loud that it caused the 4-cent garbage building to crumble. As everything collapsed around them, Clyde Cash and Jack Thaddeus...
Yeah, it's like not even making sense. I mean, it's not even making sense anymore. It's just these weird online arguments and this weird fantasy world that I'm just, probably because I'm stoned too, but I'm just confused. Like, what the fuck is even going on? He was in another planet, still is. He didn't have a chance in hell.
Grabbed one another by the hand and fell
nuts.
to their deaths. In Chris's mind, this was meant to humiliate them, implying that they were gay just before killing them off. To his dismay though, most readers thought this came off as a surprisingly touching and tragic end to the two characters. Once the tower came down, Chris lamented the fact that the trolls forced him to do such a thing, and added the detail that there were 1,500 people inside the 4-cent garbage headquarters when it was destroyed. The final part of the story came when Chris traveled to the home of Alec Benson Leary and wiped all of the contents of Asperpedia from the internet. Despite the fact that this issue was all about him getting back at the trolls, he did use this section to somewhat honor the wishes of Alec and Evan by killing off Simon Law. Yet he did this in his own spiteful way, depicting Evan as the one to kill her by planting an exploding Pokemon in her bathroom. Following the lengthy courtroom scene, the entire Asperpedia 4 were found guilty of Simon Law's murder and sentenced to death. Each of them received a different grisly fate.
Alright, just keep going.
Alec was put in an electric chair, with 10 of Chris's characters simultaneously pushing the button to end his life. Evan was chained to a wall and sliced to pieces by Simon Law's husband, and her
This is Chris Chan's comic, right? Yeah, this is normal. This is, nothing should have been done. It's fine.
recently born daughter, Sandy. Sean was also chained to a wall and shot
Sonic Omega, I'm going to cover each piece, I'm going to cover them all, and I'm probably going to have Art on to talk about it afterwards.
multiple times, leaving his body bloody and riddled with bullets. Finally, Chris personally used his psychic powers to mutilate and butcher Mao. Upon reading this, Alec called the comic book creator once again, this time to talk about his shock at how he and his friends were depicted in Sonic Chew 10. He asked Chris if he understood the hypocrisy of showing such gratuitous violence in his comic, when he had previously criticized Asperpedia for the same thing. But Chris defended himself by saying he had only done it because of how angry he was that they made him kill Simon Law. To that point, Alec mentioned that Chris had effectively broken his end of the agreement.
Like, you see how caught up. But again, his parents were out of their minds too. Look how they lived. Hoarding is a sign of you don't have to have a education in mental health to know this. You ain't mentally sound if you're living like that. You know what I mean? So what were they gonna do? They were dealing with their own demons.
By introducing the character of Sandy, who was basically just a new version of Evan's creation. Chris, of course, disagreed, and this arguing ultimately went nowhere. This would be their final phone call.
Are you positive you really understand how I feel about you, Mr. Hans
Set a
Asperger?
reminder for a week
Yeah.
from today.
Yeah?
What do you want to be reminded about?
Checking my emails.
Baka! I feel dislike towards you for selfishly putting your ill name in association with autism.
At the same time he was dealing with the Asperpedia 4, Chris had also begun attending a young adult's
the Fanta is there. Hopefully her glass is not tainted.
social club in hopes of meeting new people, and drumming up more interest in Sonic Chew. It was here that he met a young woman who he referred to as the Wallflower in order to respect her wishes of remaining anonymous on the internet. The two of them seemed to hit it off quite well at first, although she was quick to inform Christian that she was not looking for a relationship and only wanted to be friends. Chris, being Chris, however, still thought it would be a good idea to escalate things. The now 20
No shit. Chris being a fucking sexual deviant? I'm shocked.
28-year-old man,
the same guy who drank his own cum and Fanta soda? Wow. No way.
and the Wallflower emailed back and forth frequently over the coming months, and eventually decided to start collaborating on a fantasy story together. During this correspondence, Chris continued to try to get closer with her. This only served to make the young woman more uncomfortable though, as she requested Chris limit the visits he had apparently been making to her home.
I don't want to sound mean or anything, but I would like some space between visits. I like you and you're nice, but I only just met you. I am in no mood for an actual relationship, and during the once a month thing, I want to visit with the other young adults too.
On March 9th, Chris posted a custom level he had been making on the game Little Big Planet titled The Guardians of the Owl Kingdom. This was meant as an adaptation of the fantasy story he had begun writing with the Wallflower. In the level's description, Christian referred to his co-writer by her online name, Damien Antaria. The trolls were quickly able to use this information to track down the Wallflower's true identity, and decided to email her a link to the quickie. To put it mildly, she was horrified that her private information had been discovered, and was even
especially if you're going to be linked to that, you know.
more disturbed by the things she read on the site. She emailed Chris furious about the entire situation, demanding he find some way to remove all the info about her from the internet. Chris tried to explain, blaming the trolls for all his problems, and concluded his email by saying he loved her, which seemed to be the last straw.
I don't love you and I hate you for this. Everything was fine until I met you.
Yeah, you don't... Yeah, it's a sign of mental illness without question, Hedgehog Boy.
I don't know why I took up Mom's offer to go to the social club. I had enough friends here at home and on the internet.
As Chris was reeling from yet another loss of a gal pal, he received an email from a troll calling himself Surfshack Tito, claiming to be the one who sent the Wallflower the link to the quickie. He differentiated himself from the other trolls by taking on the persona of a pre-established character from the cartoon Rocket Power, often ending his emails with the same words of wisdom given by his fictional counterpart on the show. Chris decided to email the Wallflower in order to warn her about this new Nickelodeon-themed troll, but she still wanted nothing to do with him, telling Chris that she had a boyfriend now, although this was most likely a lie, so he'd leave her alone. For some reason,
gee, another shocker,
Chris assumed that her new boyfriend was Tito, going so far as to post a video threatening him in the hopes of getting the Wallflower back. Despite her
that works well as well.
wishes to remain anonymous, Chris accidentally said the Wallflower's real name twice in this upload. This upload is also memorable because Chris decided to wear a kilt and blast Celtic music in the background while threatening his new foe. This was because of the Wallflower's love of the band Celtic Woman. Later that day, he uploaded another video directed at the poor young girl, begging her not to leave him. He started by expressing his confusion over the fact that she had a new boyfriend even though she had told him multiple times that she was not interested in a relationship. He then sang a cover of Avril Lavigne's hit song Girlfriend.
My God.
Except he changed the lyrics to, I don't like your boyfriend. Chris continued his attack on Surfshack Tito over the following days. He sent him many threatening emails, including a photograph of himself flipping off his enemy. On March 17th, this hit a boiling point when Chris...
And like, again, as he's making all these insane videos, as his parents walking by they had to have heard the shit he was saying. Like, you didn't be like, what the fuck is going on in there?
Uploaded one more video directed at his nemesis.
And if you go near her again, and I will find you. I will find you. I will cut you up. I'll beat you up. I'll knock you on your...
Did he just say he would cut up and kill someone? Yes, he did. He just said he would cut someone and beat him up. That is, I am not a lawyer. I didn't pass the bar, but I'm pretty sure that is illegal.
Your backside, stand on your gut like a log roller, and roll your fat right through your skull. Rolling it wide open. Because that's what you deserve, you goddamn womanizing, raping, trolling, stupid, pickle-suited n***er.
Wow. Oh, our boy is real racist, huh?
This video horrified the current owner of the Wikipedia ad space, who as a result decided to give it back to the Asperpedia 4. Somehow, in the transition though, Alec and his friends got editing access to the Wikipedia. With a short opening to wreak havoc before being booted, they quickly began...
I love the boobs on the supposed Chris Chan character.
Answering all the mailbag emails on the wiki, and made a blog post pretending to be Chris coming out of the closet. They then opened editing to the public, which caused the site to be ruined beyond repair. Shortly after, Wikipedia was locked down completely. On March 21st, Chris posted a video reflecting on the events of the past few days. He blamed Tito for everything, taking no personal responsibility for his behavior, including saying the N-word. He also referred to the wallflower yet again as his girlfriend, showing that he still did not understand she never had any romantic interest regarding him. The video concludes with him.
He thinks as soon as he has a dialogue with a woman that they're about to be married in a day. But Chris Chan is delusional. Again, like I just said a few minutes ago, and we're ending this in a few minutes. You can't tell me that they didn't walk by his room when both of his parents were alive and they had their cognitive abilities about them. You can't tell me they didn't walk by what the fuck is he going on about? They just didn't, I don't know. But they were out of their minds too, like I've said.
Stating that he had let the trolls ruin too much of his life and would be leaving the internet permanently. For nearly 2 years at this point, Chris had been the target of non-stop trolling. The miscreants really had turned the man's world into a cartoon. There was a seemingly never-ending parade of villains, each with their own quirks and gimmicks, most of the time having the goal to make Chris's life a living hell. Some did seem to make a genuine effort to snap him out of this delusion, but by that point it was too late. Even after Chris's recorded farewell, the ever-growing audience watching these shenanigans unfold knew it wasn't a question of if he would come back, but when. And as they all had a good chuckle at the most recent misadventures of this troubled autistic comic creator.
Imagine if Chris tried to wear, if he worked at Target, which I know he ended up getting arrested, he never worked there. But if he didn't, he wore the Sonichu pendant while he was wearing the Target shirt.
Little did they realize that eventually Chris Chan's life would be ruined beyond repair, leading even the most ardent of his trolls to wonder if they had finally gone too far.
Do you like Indian food?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah,
Alright.
India. I could go for Indian or Chinese.
Taste of India. This is one of my favorite places.
Oh, Taste of India. It smells good in here.
I'll ask.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty empty.
Oh boy, I'm gonna. Okay, now I just feel like I have to do this first time in here. I feel like I gotta do this. Hello, my name is Apu. I went to.
Oh no.
Don't do. No. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, let's not do that, Chris Chan. Let's not do that.
That's alright.
Welcome to Quickie Mart.
Oh no. No.
Hello. Hey.
First time coming here. This is a lovely book.
Look. There's actually hey Rich, you did an accent similar to that because the person that I talked to on the phone sounded like that. He's just stereotyping and making the presumption that that's what they're going to sound like. That's the difference. Yes. And like I said, I heard his parents disavowed it. You know?
Place. I'm surprised. I mean, I walked the mall many times and didn't think of coming in here.
Impersonation is different than stereotyping. At least in my opinion.
Feels really good, smells good.
So you like Indian food?
I'm open. I keep an open mind for all kinds of food, so... I mean, if there's something I don't like, then... Well, at least I tried it once. And I'd definitely be open-minded for trying some haggis, if I...
Why is everything he's saying it like he said? Does he have? It might be funny. Does he have a hearing problem? Because he's loud.
ever go visit Scotland or something.
What is haggis?
Sheep guts.
Oh.
I never noticed this, but oh Susanna, don't you cry for me? I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee. Twang, 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 twang.
Oh dear God. Drop a like review. Thank you very much, G Stealth. Welcome back. This is ending in a few minutes, but not even a few minutes, but welcome back for now.
Is it possible that we can get a picture You're the owner of Sonic Shoe, right?
Yes!
Yeah! Can we get a picture?
Yes.
You want me to... Whoa. He's that infamous, huh? Maybe that is Chris Chan's autism kicking in.
Take it for you guys.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much. I couldn't believe it. I saw you and I was like...
I didn't know that was a symptom of autism.
Awesome.
Yes. Hello.
There you go.
Thank you so much. It was great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
No more late streams. Well, no, I just got other stuff I got to do, man.
Have a good day.
Death penalty.
Take care. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's...
Not this evening. Remind me tomorrow, but yes, we can. But remind me.
very humbling.
Yeah, I've never.
Thank you, Push.
So you don't get people coming up to you too often?
I'd say on average, probably like once or twice a month.
Okay.
But it's very humbling and good when it happens.
That happens.
Yeah, but anyway, that was one side of the park with the statue. They would come up on the other side of the park and on the side of the street where the library.
Where is this? Nice area.
Is at. Right there.
Right.
And I want to get into the love.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is good. Set her in.
Yeah.
Set her in and I'll do my thing.
All right.
That's all, folks.
What an insane ride, man. So, yeah. We'll, tomorrow night, obviously, we're not doing another Chris Chan stream, but congratulations again to the two winners. If you are, now we're at, just one more time, I picked the two winners using the TubeBuddy randomizer. If you look in the description, the names are there. If you are one of the two winners, I'll check again tomorrow. I'll check again for the next 7 days until it's there. I'll check for your email on the About section of your YouTube page. And then I'll email you and we'll ship them out. Congratulations. I'll see you guys tomorrow with more videos. Have a good one.